Alright, hello and welcome to the third map, Yerg versus Putt. We're on map Lost Temple. Beside me once again, it's going to be Devin. Devin, third matchup here. This is for all the marbles. Who's got this, Devin?
Well, it is the final map, and I mean, this is where it comes down to who can play better and who can come out with something just absolutely huge that the other player, which would be your or Putt, not expect. I mean, you have to do something huge here. It's best of three.
Yep, it seems like maybe they'll stick to the same, if I believe they stick to the same strategies, Putt's can do to take it home. Unless Yerg pulls out that amazing, Roach Rush that destroys all of his rounds, I think Putt's got this one, just because of his past strategies. I'd like to say this is for the StarCraft Sapphire SceveO Minerals Tournament. So this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Should be pretty good. I mean, the last two maps, what did you really learn, Devin?
I mean, I really liked how Yerg went directly to those Hydras, pretty much right after his Roaches. I mean, he got his Roach worn down, and then he went straight to that Hydra still again because he knew Putt might be going to that air again with those Mutalisks, and I mean, Putt did, and those Hydras just absolutely destroyed those Muties.
Yeah, and Putt loves the early Spire. He loves the Mutalisk. And as you can see, they're both just trying to find each other's base. Putt, another dead end. Now they really want to get some good scouting in to see if they're doing the same strategies as they were last map. And so both Overlords have spotted the scout. It's kind of odd, in my opinion, but still, both those drones, we're not trying to scout there. This next base, they should be able to find each other around the same time. But you know, I really think that roaches are a big thing in Zerg vs Zerg. Do you think the same? I think banelings are actually more gimped Zerg vs Zerg.
Most definitely, I agree with you on that one for sure. But I mean, on this bigger map, I mean, you really don't know what to expect. I mean, this is Lost Temple, which is, I mean, 4 different spawning points, so an easily bigger map when they just played on Blistering Sands, and I believe that was Steps of War, the last map. So it definitely should be interesting.
Yep, and we're gonna see if Putt decides to go that boost once again, like he always has with that early extractor. You know, the boost really helps out the Zerglings very much. But I like how he's keeping a drone. Yerg is keeping a drone in his base, just seeing everything he does. But there comes some Zerglings. They should be popping out around there shortly. And I also like how Yerg went that first Spinecrawler. Spinecrawlers have obviously been very key in a Zerg versus Zerg. But I don't know if you noticed, but Putt was actually trying to put a Spinecrawler of his own up. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did cancel, but he is going to lose that drone anyways, which, I mean, that could have been potentially game-ending right there if that would have went up. So, great spot by Yerg there, knowing it wasn't his own Spinecrawler. I mean, could have been a very bad mistake if he did not spot that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the cheesy moves, but I mean, it can only work Zerg versus Zerg, so not going to see that very often if you're playing Zerg versus a different race. And as you see, a good 4 Zerglings are going to be moving towards that mid area. Overlord should be able to spot them, and Yerg has more Zerglings and that Spinecrawler. While it seems the boost for Zerglings is going up for Putt, so sort of average play out of both these teams. I mean, the Banling Nest going up for Yerg, and really, I don't, you know, do you like the Banling Nest on Zerg vs Zerg, Devin?
I'm really not favoring the Banling Nest unless I mean they have like just absolutely a ton of links. But I mean, if he's gonna go Roaches, I mean, those Banling Nests are just, and the Banelings in general, just not the smart way to go.
Yep, and great Spinecrawler placement by Yerg, so it can take out anybody that's trying to hit his drones. And also, if you do notice that they're both going boost, and as you can see, Putt's already went up, so they're able to make it all the way back to their base and come back with some more. Maybe, yep, they're going to meet up on that Zelnaga. So a little bit of map control now coming out from Putt. Yerg is usually the one trying to get that map control, but now it seems he's more turtling, just trying to get some more units up. And as you can see, he is going towards that lair, which should be pretty good, but no Banelings after his Banelings Nest went up, so kind of odd. Play no Banelings yet, but lots of Zerglings. Can this be a good harassment? Devin?
It might possibly be a good one. I mean, just a ton of, so it looks like he might go for an early cheese, a little cheese maybe. I mean, I don't know. as those lings, as Putt-Putt's lings is just trying to escape back into their base. See if they can pull him in as a spine crawler is going down, as it needs to go down quickly because those lings are coming in right now. See if Putt-Putt is going to be able to hold this off or not. A ton of lings in there just harassing that middle line. Putt-Putt does have that roach warren down, but he's not going to be able to have any roaches out yet. He is trying to make more workers now, but that is just huge harassment there from Jurgen. I mean, just great job. I mean, Putt-Putt did get 2 roaches out there to finish that off, but I mean, great harassment. I mean, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, I mean, Putt-Putt's down to around 11 drones, so a very good attack, but he's pumping out drones pretty fast, so not extremely effective. And he's got 3 roaches coming down that ramp right now. I think he should just sit them on the ramp, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Going to block all entrance. Great setup on those roaches. The Zerglings can't go anywhere with those roaches blocking them off. And, you know, what we don't see, Devin, is none of them go early expansion. You know, I really think if someone went early expansion, one of those third players, they would prosper, don't you think?
I would think so. I mean, that would help out a ton. I mean, usually we see Putt-Putt, I think, try to expand both on the last 2 sides. I never saw Jurg put down an expansion, so definitely interesting play out of Jurg. I mean, I think he's really trying to end the game quick and not really try to get in too much late game.
That could be very odd. The creep tomb are going up, so his roaches can move a little bit faster on that ramp. Very nicely placed. And the roaches looking like they're going to push out. I don't think they're going to do as much damage as his lings did, but we're going to have to see. Putt-Putt can see everything coming from the middle, seeing as he's got no air defense. Which could be bad if he decides to go to that spire, and that's exactly what Putt-Putt's doing. So this could be very troublesome once again for Jurg. But Jurg has seen the strategy before. He has to be going to Hydraulics Den. No, but he is going for that expansion, so I don't think this is going to work out in Jurg's favor. I mean, he doesn't have the Hydraulics Den, and as we saw last match, Hydraulics Dens really destroy Mutalisk. I mean, they're just the ultimate counter, in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely, especially in a Zerg vs Zerg. I mean, I think Hydras are one of the better units, and when you're playing against a Zerg as a Zerg, but you are going to see these roaches push in here and see if they can make anything happen. But Putt-Putt does have roaches to counter and pull lings out, and he does have the spine crawlers there, able to hit those coming in. So you just back those roaches, your roaches back into a corner. So I mean, great play out of Putt-Putt there, trying to pull that in range of that spine crawler, but it's not going to happen. So it looks like it's just going to be a roach versus roach war. Looks like he should be able to have this, and he does have Mutalisk up now. So definitely Putt-Putt here is definitely going to have that in favor with the air.
Yeah, you really want to see some spore crawlers come out for Jurg, but that's not what's coming. Hydraulics Den gonna make its way up, and now lings just flying all across the map. And those lings are absolutely useless. Those roaches also absolutely useless against those 4 Mutalisks he's got going up that middle area. And a good distractor using those Zerglings to distract and those roaches to distract the attack, because if those Mutalisks were to attack right now, the expansion's done, all their drones are done. So great micro out of Jurg, and now Jurg able to get up that Hydraulics Den, so this could spell danger for Putt-Putt.
Yeah, most definitely. And Jurg did throw down an evolution chamber, so he might be thinking to upgrade his lings or all of his ground units in general. But most definitely going to be looking forward to push out more of those Hydras, which he needs to do very soon, because it looks like those munis are going to come in for a harassment right now, Stanley.
Yep, and he's got, as you can see, he did go that the spore crawler, so can do a little bit of damage, and those munis want nothing to do with those spore crawlers. And now Hydralisk ticking time bombs right now. If they can go off in time, they can take these Mutalisks with ease. And with all those creep tumors, the queen should be able to move back and forth. I don't think they're going to be able to get this expansion. It's definitely a possibility moving those drones out. Expansion taking a little bit of damage, but there's the queen, and there's the Hydralisk. So a save coming in on those Mutalisks. He's trying to bait them out with the Overlord. He does. Oh, lots of damage going in to all those Mutalisks. One Mutalisk down. And they're just going to keep pushing on those Mutalisk. And another Mutalisk to cut him off. So great play, in my opinion, by Jurg with those Hydralisks.
Yeah, most definitely. But Putt-Putt was able to take down an Overlord, and that's going to definitely hurt Jurg there, as he's going to have to build another Overlord. And I mean, that's just going to slow him down just a little bit, as Putt-Putt might be able to push out just a few more muties.
Yep, and Putt-Putt has not expanded yet. I do believe he is moving a drone over there to do that right now, and yes, he is. So that could also come into play here, you know, the late expand. Luckily, your expansion did not go down for him, and he's trying to spawn up enough Hydras to really do some damage to these Mutos, because if the Mutos start overrunning the Hydralisk, then there's really just no point of having them. I don't think he has any updates. He is going for the flyer attacks level 2 right about now, and that's just about finished. So those Mutos actually going to be able to dish out a little bit more damage, which is good. Good for taking buildings. But in my opinion, those Hydralisks are still a lot better when it comes to just straight up fighting. And if he can micro those Hydralisks good, I think Jurg has this game.
Yeah, most definitely. And Jurg just now did get those updates for that Hydra, so shoot out a little bit faster, a little bit longer, I think is what that update is. He is trying to harass that expansion, but he's really not going to get far because those Hydralisks are just defending the area so well.
That update really helps, especially against air units like Mutalisk. So, as we've seen, Jurg has gone no air this entire game, so definitely not Spire friendly. So, I was expecting Putt-Putt to try to kind of counter that a little bit more than he is. He knew he was going to go Hydralisk, and I'm not sure what the best counter for Hydralisk on Zerg vs. Zerg is. Do you know what it is, Devin? And should he have gone them?
I'm not positive, but I mean, I'm looking at Jurg's main here, and I see this Baneling, and I'm not really sure what it's doing. I mean, was it just a waste of minerals? I mean, because I have not seen a single Baneling this entire match.
Yep, and I like how Putt-Putt is using his Mutals to kind of hunt down as many Overlords out of his base, so we might see a Overlord recall back to the nearest Spore Crawler, because he cannot afford to lose that many Overlords. It really can start to irritate you if every time you're trying to make a guy, all you hear is spawn more Overlords, because those Mutos are hunting him down. So definitely an advantage there. And look, another Overlord going down from Jurg. I don't know why he pushed in there, Devin, but if this keeps happening, then he's not going to have enough Hydralisks, in my opinion, Devin.
Most definitely. I mean, he had great placement over there with that Overlord just hanging out right next to his base, and I mean, Putt-Putt had no idea it was there, and that Queen just attacked it, and they took out another Overlord. So definitely, not the play you want to see out of Jurg there, just hurting the cause in general.
Yeah, if you can notice, look at all of those roaches. That's going to come into huge play against Hydralisk, and in my opinion, that is the counter for Hydralisk, and I'm glad he went roaches. This should be an interesting fight. He's got those Mutalisk just harassing, looking for any more Overlords. He wants just a little bit of a peek of anything he can find. He wants a little bit of scouting information, see if Jurg's changed his game style up a lot, but he really hasn't. And if they go into a arms fight right about now, I'm afraid Putt-Putt have it with ease when you look at all those roaches.
Pretty sure. And it looks like he's just going to send one Ling out to go see what army he has. So, and he is going to, I'm sorry about that, he is going to run into, just get eaten up by those roaches and those Lings quickly. So he kind of has an idea of what Putt-Putt sort of has. But if you do notice, he does have the speed upgrade on those roaches for Putt-Putt. So he is going to be moving those roaches and those Lings out. It looks like he might be, looks like he's going to take on that gold expansion part. He might be looking to expand onto that gold, which is just going to help tremendous if he decides to go more roaches or more muties.
Yeah, that could definitely hurt Jurg here. I mean, he's finally deciding to go more roaches, but I think it's a little too late. Too much Hydras, in my opinion, seeing as he is Putt-Putt has basically stopped the production of Mutalisk. No, he still has a couple, but not as no, he actually does have a lot. So very good macroing by Putt-Putt. Wow, I'm very surprised. He's got around 36 Zerglings, 18 roaches, 11 Mutalisk. That's just insane. And as you can see, you're deciding to go to those Banelings. I think it's a little bit too late. Definitely late, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. And you now see Putt-Putt here expanding onto that gold expansion for his second expansion. So definitely more expansions coming into the play at this time of game. I mean, I think it's a little too late here for Jurg, though. As he is getting the larval click from that queen, but I mean, it's too little too late. As too many Hydras, I just have a feeling, against those roaches and those Lings in general.
Just massive amounts of both, and if only he would have won air, he would have had perfect defense for this. Hydralisk and the air units can take down the roaches, while Hydralisk just do work on the Mutalisk. I don't think he thought too well, and it seems as though Putt-Putt is a more experienced player. He knows how to win matches. He can continue to expand. He doesn't need a quick game to win. And you know, a lot of StarCraft 2 players, they just only know how to play early game. But Putt is definitely not so far one of those units. Here comes an attack, Devin. What is going to happen here?
Well, it looks like is he going to pull off with those? No. Let's see if he can stop the Banelings before they get to those roaches. And look at that. All those Banelings looks like they got destroyed before they could even reach the units. And look at those roaches just absolutely take out the other roaches. And the Mutalisks even in there. Because the Hydras really are not doing it. Finally, they move on to the Hydras. Great play, though. These roaches from Putt, though, just absolutely destroying.
Yep, great micro on those roaches. If he doesn't push here, Jurg's going to have a chance to rebuild. Jurg's spitting out larvae everywhere, and unfortunately he still seems to be going Hydralisk. I don't think he gets it, Devin, that he needs something to take those roaches down quickly, with the only thing he has right now is other roaches. You know, could mass Zergling, but there goes the Mutalisk to hurt those Look at all those Hydralisks. Not a good idea. There comes the roaches. He's got the high ground, but they can still see him. And I think this fight is going to be won by Putt. We're going to see here, though, Devin.
It looks like he's going to be just taking out that expansion there, but still, just way too many Hydras, and those roaches just countered them perfectly. I mean, just eating them up. I mean, did you see that? How quick they just went up?
Yeah, it only takes about 2 hits, and they have so much, they take so much damage, and this is going to be it. He's got basically no units. Now, this has got to be it. Roach is coming up, last second for Jurg. But nope, that's it. It's gonna be GG pretty soon. So, yep. So, yeah, there's nothing they can do. The burrow by the roaches, you gotta be wondering why he did that. I guess just gonna let him build up a little bit and let these more roaches come in, Devin. I really don't see this one.
As he unburrowed them and just let him healed up just a little bit, and then we're able to attack him again, and then we kill the last of his army, which was, I think was a great play though. As Jurg did try getting on to Overseer to see those burrowed units, but I mean, it's just too little too late.
Yep, and, you know, Jurg made a little bit of a mistake by going that Baneliness, and there's the, well, I guess Roaches win, Zerg vs. Zerg, Jurg says, and Putt calling the GG, Jurg calling the GG. So, a great game. We had to do 3 maps, just absolutely amazing. Putt takes it on the 3rd. What are your thoughts?
It was absolutely great play by both. I mean, it was a best 3. They go to the 3rd map, but all in all, I think Putt has the more experience here over Jurg, but it was by far a great match to catch, all 3 maps.
Yeah, it was very fun. So, with that said, thank you for tuning into e-rev, and be sure to check out all of our other StarCraft 2 casts.